everybody. This is John with Archer Fish. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I really welcome comments, engagement, conversation, healthy debate. I love all that stuff. You know, I learn a lot from other fishermen. I learn a lot from the comments. As long as you're not trolling and being rude, I really do welcome it. That being said, it's kind of in response to my last couple of videos because I got some very lengthy responses from some people. And one of them I respect a lot, and he knows the lake really well, and I've talked to him many times. But what I noticed is, and again, this is all about the striper and whether you should keep them and whether or not the striper affect the fishery. And I feel like I've made many videos about this, but it's something I'm very passionate about because the striper fishery there is so unique and so exciting that, I mean, look, in the winter months, you can catch big striper on swim baits and stuff like that. And then, you know, in the fall and summer months, you can get them on top. You can bait fish for them at, pretty much any time of year. So it is a very exciting way to catch fish. Remember, these are saltwater fish, and from the 5 pounds up into the 20s. I haven't caught anything over 10 to 12, but a 10-pound bass, a 10-pound striper on, light gear or even, 10-pound mono or whatever is a blast. So anyway, I love the striper fishery. So this debate and this argument that goes on and on and on is very, very simple to me. Do you enjoy the fact that it is a great striper fishery? If so, then just, don't keep as many fish. That's all I've ever said is don't keep your limits, and also don't endorse the keeping of them. Makes no sense if you're a fishing guide to take out your source of income. If you're taking out all those fish, you're just destroying a very exciting type of fishing. Now, I know I can never convince someone not to eat the fish. I know that that's part of the whole fishing experience. You catch it, you cook it, you clean it, you cook it, you eat it, and it's a whole experience. I used to do that too when I was in my teens and 20s. I ate trout, I ate walleye, lots of saltwater fish. I don't think I've ever eaten a bass, but that was part of the experience, and there's something, enjoyable about the whole thing. But that was a long time ago, and I just sort of like, well, look, if I'm gonna fish, and I'm gonna catch hundreds of fish in my life, thousands of fish in my life, I don't wanna keep them. I want to be able to catch them again, or I want other anglers to be able to catch them, especially in a lake. Again, there's no real studies on the striper populations there. There's only what people see, what people, talk about and all that stuff. So I try to just give out that information, what I've seen there since the mid-2000s, and what I talk to other people about, and what the striper fishery looks like. That being said, like I said, I cannot convince people not to eat the fish. People are going to do it. Some of it is cultural. Some of it is, like I said, it's part of the angling experience for them. I get it, but that is almost, it's like someone asking me to kill and keep one. It's never going to happen. You can't ever convince me that the right thing to do would be to kill something. I just don't buy it. It's not my thing. I have too much respect for nature and the animal that we all love pursuing and catching. So that's never going to happen. But that being said, look, culling, is probably important. I don't know about that lake because it is so massive, so deep. It's such a big, deep lake reservoir. I don't know if it's necessary to cull. This has been an ongoing debate with people. Just because you're catching small fish doesn't mean anything. Just because you caught a skinny fish one day doesn't mean anything. You have to kind of look at the aggregate. And if most people are catching big, chunky, healthy striper, there's nothing really wrong with the population. I have seen some skinny, bigger bass, but I've also seen some very chunky bass in the past, let's say 4 years. The bass population doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It seems to be flourishing, and again, it was a weird season. The best time seemed to be in the summertime once the sort of water levels, stabilized. So again, my whole thing is it's all about the water levels, all about the water temperature there. Anyway, that's it. It's like, I don't know why people argue and fight with me when it comes to catch and release. The way I see it is I have a responsibility. If I'm getting a few hundred views or 1,000 views or whatever it is on social media, I don't want to endorse keeping fish, because that spreads out. And then everyone that goes wants to keep fish, and you're keeping over your limits because you want a great picture of all these fish on the deck of your boat or, by your car or whatever it is. And you know, just because, you know, like, I think there's something just lame about that, you know, like trying to get social media clicks by having all, like, 1 million fish laid out. I don't know. I think it's, you know, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Just my opinion. You know, if you want to keep a fish, like I said, I have no problem with that. I mean, why would I? You know, it's not going to harm the population. But if you want to keep all of them and you're doing it unethically or illegally, and you're also endorsing it and everyone on, you have this philosophy of kill all stripers. Again, I just think that is a horrible way to treat such a spectacular and unique fishery that is Castaic. But again, like I said, I'm not trying to convince people to not eat fish. You know, I eat fish from time to time. Nothing that I catch, you know, but I do from time to time. So yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you guys have comments, please engage. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next video coming up soon, and I will see you guys tomorrow.